Sack Life beat depression and stay 799, and I'm feeling fine. And today we're going to keep it that way with another low intensity somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, as you know, we're doing a martial arts for mental health show every single day. Find ways to move forwards and make progress for ourselves, show up for ourselves, give ourselves a challenge. And with that challenge, when we're doing that high intensity training and challenging ourselves to our skill level, we've got to make sure that we take at least some time to get recovery, right? Some recovery time. Recovery is an important part of training, so we can keep making that progress and build those new connections, right? New connections to the muscles, build that muscle memory, and then we can get those benefits from the high intensity training when we're giving ourselves that time to rest and repair the body. So today is one of those active recovery days where we can get that rest that we deserve, but continue to sharpen our skills through a training routine. And it is a Sunday, which means it's Superhuman Sunday. We're going to be tapping into multiple abilities that we all have to relieve ourselves of the symptoms of anxiety and depression, to relieve ourselves from stress. Some of those tools, breathwork tools, visualization tools. We're going to be doing a diaphragmic breathing tool to calm the system, an activated breathing tool to activate that system, and then a brief meditation where we'll tap into multiple different ways that you can calm that automatic nervous system down and take control no matter what situation you are in or what you're going through. So, first and foremost, I want to start with that mental health tool of gratitude. I want to shout out gratitude to everybody tuned in now and anybody who's tuning in later. First and foremost in is Lisa the Luminary. Thank you for being here. And braces can be scary, Claire. Claire said Luca's mad at you. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he gets over it soon. I'm sure he will. But I want to thank you both for being here, for being the first ones in, and get ready to make some progress. Thank you for being part of my gratitude tool. I also want to shout out gratitude to Century Martial Arts for donating the bob, for donating the gloves and shoes and all kinds of clothing as well to support our cause. Thank you, Century, so much. It really does mean a lot to me, your support, and to have support of others out there as we move forwards and find ways to stay sustainable out here so we can continue to empower each other with free tools that we deserve so we can find that way forwards to fight towards better mental health. So today, as I said, is an active recovery day. It's day 799. My gratitude section going out to you guys and to Century Martial Arts. Go ahead and think about your gratitude section for today, something that you're grateful for that'll help put you in that positive mindset as we move forwards. Second tool we're talking about, like we do every day, is that progress tracking tool. It's day 799, one day away from 800 days of consecutive progress and success. And that's 799 days of not just goal accomplishment, but it's also letting me know how long it's been since I've had a single thought of suicidal ideation. So before I started doing this as a daily routine, I was going through the worst part of my life, dealing with tremendous loss, trauma, and very difficult situations. I wound up with clinical depression, which led to suicidal ideation. And that crept in, became more and more frequent, to the point where one day I woke up and that is the only thing I could think of. And that is when I went through that whole process, went through the emergency room, and when I came out, I decided I had to do something for myself. Something that relied on just me, not a doctor or somebody to tell me something that's going to fix the problem, not some medication that's going to fix the problem. I have to do something that relies just on me so I can show myself that I'm capable of moving forwards, right? So I can really believe that I'm powerful enough to move forwards. Because before that point, I was looking to someone else to kind of solve that problem for me, and it just wasn't working. It turned out the thing that I was missing from my routine, from my bag of tools, was the heavy bag, which is not there. It's over there. Was the heavy bag. Once I bought that heavy bag, I felt a somatic release, a physical release of trauma, of stress, of anxiety, of things that were locked in my body that I couldn't get out through words. And that is why I am sharing these tools with you here today. And the coolest thing about those tools, one of those tools, is this progress tracking tool. And when I started hitting that bag, like I said, I experienced that somatic release. After a few weeks of hitting that bag infrequently and feeling the benefits of it, I decided to make it a daily routine. And it just so happens that 799 days ago is when I started a daily dedication, a daily commitment to show up for myself, to put in the work, and to do something to build myself up. And it's also been 799 days since I've had a single thought of suicidal ideation. So that is gone. It's well behind me, over 2 years behind me, and I'm looking forward to the next 799 days, the next unlimited days of progress without that suicidal ideation keeping it. Now, if it does come back, it will just mean that I need to adjust what I'm doing, right? Recheck in on myself and see where my routine is. Where can I improve? It's always important to keep looking forwards and keep looking for different ways to improve and different tools that you can add to that toolkit so you can have better mental health. So we're trying to share every one we can. One of them is that progress tracking tool. Please do keep track of that tool because it will let you know how powerful you are. And if you're having the same experience as me and you haven't felt those signs of suicidal ideation those days that you've been training, you can keep track of how far away from that negative mindset you've gotten, how much progress you've made away from those things, and how much proof you have that you are stronger than those temporary feelings that do not define you, right? We define ourselves in here, not our diagnosis, not our symptoms, not our temporary feelings or experiences. We are taking that control back. And this number is one of the ways that we can do that. So please do keep track of that number for yourself first and foremost, and then share it with others to help inspire them to make progress out there as well. Lisa, I know it's been 499 days for you because you've been consistent ever since, my math is going to be off, day 300, somewhere around there, right? Yes. 3? Yeah. Right? 400? I don't know. I can't remember. But it's been 499 days for Lisa of consecutive progress and success. It's been 799 days for me. Let me know how many days it's been for you out there if you've been staying consistent and moving forward. Slayer Ken, shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Just shared his progress at 407 days of beating depression. Heck yeah, moving forwards every single day. And even if you're going through negative times, if you're going through a blue period, right, and you're feeling those effects, you still have proof that you're stronger than them. 407 days you got up and you were not debilitated, as a matter of fact. So let that fact anchor you back into the reality of how strong you are and how much power you have here when it comes to dealing with those things like depression and those temporary feelings. Shout out as well to the other ones tuned in right now and to those supporting When Roses Blossom. Thank you for being here. Missy Chaffo, thank you for being here. And Lisa said 499. That's right. 1 day away from 500, Lisa. It's going to be a good day. It'll be day 800 for me tomorrow, 500 for you. I'm sure you'll be here. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, we're crushing this thing. We're making tremendous progress out here, and you guys are doing a great job at staying consistent and staying dedicated. Thank you for being a part of it and helping motivate me to keep going as well. That being said, let's get into the lesson a little bit. We talked about how it's going to be a low-intensity session today that'll give us time to repair our bodies, our time to rest and relax. A little break from the high intensity doesn't mean we have to stop moving forwards. We're still going to sharpen those skills. So we're going to start with 5-minute round of diaphragmatic breathing. That's that low intensity breath work tool that can calm the nervous system in any given situation, no matter what we're going through. So we're going to practice that first alone before we get into it. Shout out to Slayer Ken, thank you for the support. And he said you're close to 800. My man with the muscly arm. Thank you. And said, go Lisa, close to 500. Love to see that support, mutual support going back and forth. Good vibes, good energy, all that stuff is highly contagious, so keep it up. All right, so let's talk about that breath work tool first. One hand over the chest, one over the belly. We're going to breathe deep through the nose, filling that belly with air, keeping the chest flat. And we're going to long and slow exhale out the mouth, trying to make that exhale twice as long as the inhale. Let's do it together once. Deep in through the nose, filling that belly, keeping the chest flat. Long and slow out the mouth. And that is it. If we work on that tool, put a little resistance in the mouth, we can make it more effective. And that is a way we can calm that heart rate, calm that nervous activated feeling, that activated energy, and give ourselves a break from stress, even if we're in a stressful situation. You can tune into the power of that breath. Now in this show, we're going to link that breathwork tool with movement and practice some fundamentals, the jab, the cross, maybe some uppercuts in there, maybe some hooks in there. We'll flow through it. We'll see how it feels. After that, we're going to get into the yogic breath of fire to pump that stress hormone in a positive way, and then into a brief meditation. Each round being 5 minutes. Let's get right into it. Square up with your visualized target. Remember, always visualize that target in front of you. Assign it the word you want to work on. If it's depression or anxiety, make it your visualized depression dummy. We're going to knock those lies right out of that dummy's stupid face. Together. Let's get this thing going.
Bluetooth. Connect.
Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There it is. We'll have some calming music coming through the boombox. Hopefully you guys are hearing it loud and clear. And let's get it started. Square up in Muay Thai stance. And we're going to link that breath work with movement. So take that deep breath in through the nose to the belly as you assume your defensive stance. Deep breath in. Tucking the chin, square it up. Long, slow exhale forward into jab cross. And our goal here for this low intensity session is to move nice and slow, following that breath as our guide for movement. So finish that breath work tool in striking position, and then take that deep inhale back to the belly as you return to defensive stance. Holding that breath in for a moment, long and slow exhale through jab cross. And exaggerate that shoulder movement. Really work that muscle memory, right? Build that muscle memory. Twist through and exaggerate those strikes in this low intensity setting. So when we get into a high intensity setting, things will sharpen up and we'll have proper form. Deep inhale back. Holding that breath in the belly, long exhale forward. Chin tucked on that center line, maintain balance. Bend in those knees. Nice and center, deep inhale back. Long and slow exhale forward. Notice how I'm bringing the hand back to defend the head after each strike. Deep inhale back. Holding that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale forward. Back. Keeping resistance in that mouth on the exhale, long and slow exhale forward. Deep inhale back. And let's shake out the arms, shake out that lactic acid. Return to the power of that breath and make sure we're keeping it low intensity. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Letting that belly fall, resistance in the mouth to further exercise that diaphragmatic breathing tool. One more time, deep into the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And we're going to return back to our defensive stance. Take that deep breath into the belly. We're going to switch over to elbow strikes this time. Deep breath in defensive stance. Guard high by the brow line. Now on the exhale, I want you to double elbow strike here. Drop that lead hand into the pocket, right? Bringing the wrist close to the shoulder. Long exhale as you step forwards and twist in. Swap the hands for defense and twist through on that rear foot. You'll notice the step and the rotation is the same as it is for the jab and cross. We're just using a different hand position here to turn it into elbow strikes. Deep inhale back to defensive position. Guard high, holding that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale through double elbow strikes. Head stays on the center line, chin tucked, shoulder rolled for added defense. You can go closed fist for the guard, palm forward for the guard, open palm for the guard. There's all different types here, different options. There's no wrong way. They're just different options you can use to mix up that training. Deep inhale back to the belly as you return to defensive stance. Guard high by that brow line, long and slow exhale through double elbow strikes. Deep inhale back. Guard high, keep it nice and balanced. Remember, we're stepping forwards. Stepping forwards for that first elbow strike, but we're not leaning forwards, right? We're keeping that torso upright, nice and centered, chin tucked for balance, shoulder rolled for added defense. Deep inhale back. Guard high by the brow line, long and slow exhale forwards. Fully exhale all that air out of the belly in striking position. Deep inhale back. Guard high, long and slow. Exhale forward. Deep inhale back. Remember, keep that torso upright and balanced. Head in the center. Chin tuck, long exhale forward. Rotate, use that rotation. Nice and slow. Driving that elbow in to that visualized target. All right, let's come back to the power of that breath. Shake out the arms, shake out that lactic acid. We're placing a hand over the belly, hand over the chest as a guide. Deep breath into the belly, chest stays nice and flat through the nose. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. Now, if you check in on yourself right now, you should feel that calmed nervous system, that lowered heart rate, that de-escalated stress, maybe a calm, peaceful vibe coming through. Now we're going to activate the nervous system with that breathwork tool, a different breathwork tool, known as the Yogic Breath of Fire. And this is going to help us pump that stress hormone, cortisol, and train our brain to handle it in a positive way, associated with our self-care, our progress, and our success, instead of with panic and stress. Shout out to Tattoo, Demo, and Dwandle Lord. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. All right, tuning into the next breathwork tool. It's known as the Yogic Breath of Fire. Make sure you check with your doctor or physician before you start any exercise routine, including a breathwork exercise routine. This breathwork tool alone can cause panic, can cause stress. It does put a stress on the heart, the lungs, and the nervous system. So you want to make sure you are cleared, you're ready to go, you're taking care of yourself, and you're doing your due diligence, making sure that what you're about to attempt is safe. So, in the meantime, since I can't be there, make sure it is very important you check in on yourself. Avoid those signs of overreaching, dizziness, lightheadedness, nauseousness, seeing spots. All those things are going to mean you need to dial that intensity back. So, in the meantime, let's talk about this Yogic Breath of Fire. We'll start with just the breathwork tool, and then we'll link it with movement. For this Breath of Fire, what we're going to do is short, powerful bursts of air out the mouth through pursed lips, nice and short, just like that. And we're going to let that breath passively bounce back through the nose. So working on chambering it between the mouth and the nose. We're going to keep that breath going in a series of reps. Each pulse out is going to be a rep. And we're going to create a cycle there. 20 breaths is where we'll start. 20 breaths of fire, no breaks in between. And then we'll check in on ourselves together. Let's start it off in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you, make sure you're feeling all right. If you're not feeling those signs of overreaching, and if Claire's still there, make sure you're going slow, Claire. Don't do this one. We already know that one's not so good for you. We've got to show up for ourselves to our skill level and respect our body and environment in the moment. So, if you're doing all right, we're going to go back in with 20 more breaths of fire in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And now we're going to pick it up a little bit. We're going to go for 40 breaths of fire here in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you. If you're feeling all right, go ahead and assume your Muay Thai position in defensive stance. Guard high by the brow line, right? Close the fingers, tuck the thumbs, tuck that chin. And now what we're going to do is each pulse in the breath is going to link up with a little whip in that fist. As we toss those jab cross, those little quick, tight kind of measuring jab and cross here, right from the shoulders, twisting through the shoulders and the hips a little bit, allowing yourself to still rotate, put a little rotation right in those feet when you're twisting through the body. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Keep the knees bent, put a little bob in there as well. And we want to link the pulse in that breath with the whip and the punch. Nice and short, just like that. And we're gonna start with 20 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you. If you need to, shake out the arms, shake out the lactic acid. And this breathwork tool is supposed to give you energy. So you might feel that energized feeling picking up, that activated feeling picking up, heart rate picking up. That is all normal. But what we want to avoid is that dizzy, nauseous, lightheaded spots or any of those somatic symptoms. Those are going to be signs of overreaching. Dial that intensity back. If you're doing all right, we're going for another 20 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And this time we're going to go for 40 breath of fire punches if you're doing all right. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And we're going to finish strong with another 20 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And that is the end of that activated breath of fire session. You should have an elevated heart rate right now, and maybe your breathing picked up, maybe a light sweat going, activated feeling. And if you are someone who has dealt with panic attacks in the past, you may recognize that these physical symptoms are very similar to the symptoms that you would experience during a panic attack. So what we're going to show you right now is how you can take control of your body and mind even when you're dealing with these symptoms, using a few extra tools. So let's start with that diaphragmatic breathing tool again, but go ahead and get yourself seated in a comfortable position. Place one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. If you're dehydrated, make sure you're drinking some water in between. Alright, one hand over the chest, one over the belly, and let's tune into ourselves. Pay attention to how your body feels right now before we start. And we're going to tune into that breathwork tool. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long, slow exhale through pursed lips. Letting all the air out of that belly. One more time. Deep in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And now we're going to pick up the effectiveness. We're going to layer in some other tools to make it more effective. You can close your eyes, visualize that breath entering through the nose, filling your belly, and long and slow exhaling. Visualize that breath leaving through the mouth. Close those eyes and let's tap into the power of visualization. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Eight-second exhale now. Visualizing that breath leaving the body. One more time, deep into the belly through the nose. Hold on to it. Long, slow exhale through pursed lips. Sit up nice and straight, but make sure you're nice and comfortable too. And on that exhale, you want to feel your body, allow your body to kind of relax and melt into position. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. We're going to pick up even more effectiveness now and layer in some other tools. using a method known as a 4-7-8 breath. We're going to take a 4-second inhale to the belly, hold on to it for 7 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds, again through pursed lips. Let's do it together. 4 seconds into the belly, hold on to it for 7, 8-second exhale. If you don't need the hands as a guide, you can rest them somewhere more comfortable, on your knees, by your side, folded in your lap, however you'd like. Just make sure that that chest is staying flat the whole time, and you're breathing deep to that belly, using that diaphragmatic breathing muscle. Let's do it again, continuing the 4-7-8 pattern. Visualize that breath entering the belly, 4 seconds in. Hold on to it for 7. 8-second exhale. 4 seconds in again to the belly. And as you sit with it for 7, ask yourself how you feel in this moment. Eight-second exhale. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to it. Take note of how you feel. Eight-second exhale. Let your body melt into position. You might know when you're holding your breath for those 7 seconds, you might feel parts of your body that are not relaxed. Maybe you've got tension in your knees or your shoulders or other parts of your body. I want you to focus on letting those areas go loose as you exhale, letting those areas relax on that exhale. So let's do it again. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to it. Check in on how you feel. If you notice somewhere that's tense, we're going to let that area relax on the exhale for 8 seconds now. Relax the jaw, relax those shoulders. Deep breath in again, 4 seconds to the belly. Ignore the bell, hold on to that breath for 7, and check in on you. What's tense? If there's something tense, let it go. Along with that breath, 8 seconds out. Deep breath in again, 4 seconds to the belly. Hold on to it. Eight-second exhale. During that breath hold, we're scanning our body. We're looking for tension. We're tuning into the moment and how we feel in the moment. That tension could be anywhere in the feet, in the ankle, anywhere in your body, in the muscles. So whenever you find it, while you hold that breath, take note of it and try to relax it. And then on the exhale, just let the body melt into position, sinking down into a state of relaxation. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to it and check in. Eight-second exhale. Deep breath in, 4 seconds to the belly. Hold on to it. Eight-second exhale. Just blow that stress away, letting your body melt into position. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to for 7. Hold on to it for 7 seconds. Eight-second exhale. Continue in this pattern. 8-second exhale. Just blow away that stress. 4 seconds into the belly. Scan for tension. 8-second exhale and release. Release that muscle tension. Let your body sink into position. 4 seconds into the belly. Second exhale. Two more times with no instruction. Let's breathe together. And that is the end of our Active Recovery Superhuman Sunday session. I hope you guys are feeling the effects of these tools that we're sharing the same way that I'm feeling them right now. And I hope you're finding those ways to improve it, and give yourself those breaks and that rest time, that self-care that you deserve, especially if you're going through daily struggles like most of us are. And until next time, I'll catch you guys same exact time, same exact channel, same exact life, Zach Manheim.